Denis
right, let me go ahead and
Villeneuve.
share this right quick. Dirt. All right, so Denis Villeneuve just
Directing
saved
next.
Bond's life, so he will be the guy.
You want me to run through the article real quick, dude?
Yeah, you go ahead and run.
All right, so Denis Villeneuve is set to direct the next James Bond film for Amazon MGM Studios. The studio announced Wednesday. Amy Pascal and David Hyman will produce, as previously announced, with Tanya Lapointe executive producing. Villeneuve has been rumored as one of the high-profile directors being looked at for the project, alongside the likes of Edward Berger, Edgar Wright, Jonathan Nolan, and Paul King. Earlier, the sense was that Alfonso Cuarón, a frequent collaborator of producer Hyman, might be taking the gig, but it looks like Villeneuve has gotten it. The Bond directing gig has been the most closely watched in town ever since Amazon MGM acquired full creative control of the franchise. Yes, I agree. But this is why I tend to think that what we are hearing about these casting rumors might just be internet BS. We could go back, I think it was maybe a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. Amazon was actually asking people who they would like to see as the next James Bond.
That's
And
right.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Cavill's name was the top choice among fans, letting Amazon know. So they know we want Cavill. They know there is a huge demand for Cavill to play James Bond.
Especially after that test screening escaped, and people
Yes.
saw it.
And there's a reason why that test screening got leaked out, guys. Think about it. It's a tactic. Ryan Reynolds used it as a tactic. Ben Affleck attempted to use it as a tactic when it came to the Deathstroke scene that got released. When those clips get released publicly, it's for a reason. Okay. They're testing the reaction of the audience. That whole when Ryan Reynolds did it, if that leak never happened, Deadpool 1 would have never gotten made. Deadpool 1 got made because of the internet's reaction to that leak. Yeah, so, like I said, when I see these leaks happening, these test screening footage leaks, I tend to believe there's more to it.
Well, if that's so happen to be the case, if that's so happen to be the case with that, and they haven't really cast anybody for that role, if Henry get that part, yeah, I'm all in. Because I'm not a James Bond fan. I was never really into James Bond, but Henry playing the character, I think that'll be good for that, and I'll go see it just because of Henry Cavill, just because he fits the part, he fits the mold. To me, he fits the mold. So, and he need to have something where he can, that he'll get in. So I hope he gets the part. I really does.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pull up real quick the latest casting rumors for James Bond here. Ooh, I didn't realize that somebody was pitching. They're pitching the dude from Gladiator 2. What's his name? The young guy, the guy who played the Gladiator in Gladiator 2. He's one of the actors that they're picking.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think his name. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and then there's also rumors of Michael Fassbender, Josh O'Connor, Aaron Tyler Johnson, Michael Ward. There's a lot of rumors around. Tom Holland, I heard, was another one.
Tom Holland.
I really hope it's not Tom Holland. Like
the Tom.
Oh my God, Barry Keoghan is another name that's making the rounds right now. And Paul Maskell, that was the guy from Gladiator 2. Paul Maskell.
Okay.
You know what? If they're gonna go with a younger James Bond, I would be open to Paul Maskell. I actually really enjoyed his performance in Gladiator 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
But my heart is set on Cavill, guys.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think he'd make a great Bond. That scene from his other film, especially The Man from U.N.C.L.E. So I mean, he's got it, guys. I think that he would make the perfect Bond. So
I mean, I know Denis Villeneuve. Villeneuve is a big name in Hollywood, like with the Dune franchise right now, Blade Runner 2049. Like I know he knows what he's doing. You know, he
Mhm.
doesn't. I don't have reason to doubt the direction he takes the franchise. I have reason to doubt the direction Amazon takes the franchise.
Takes the franchise.
You
Yeah.
know, so it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out.
Yeah. That's great, Denis. But can we also have the bad guy make a couple of jokes while they're at while they're sitting at the roulette table? Just, have one of them make some weird noises under his breath, and then we have Cavill's Bond say what, and then we have the bad guy say what.
You see, I think Bond has the same. It almost has the same issue that Superman has, where Bond has an aura to him. Okay, you can't just put anybody in a suit and bow tie and call him James Bond. It
No,
doesn't
you
work
cannot.
like that. So when I see names like Tom Holland attached to the next James Bond, it
I
just
think Superboy.
yeah, it doesn't compute. It doesn't work. I just don't see the aura. I see the same issue that a certain Superman is having right now. Playing out
If
all
Tom
over again.
Holland look, if Tom Holland can grow a little taller, get a little bigger, and drop a couple octaves in his voice, then he'd be perfect.
Well, that's the thing. Tom Holland doesn't have the physique. He's not like. I mean, he can work out.
He's in pretty good shape. No, I mean
he's in good shape. Yes, but
he's
he's
in
not.
good shape. He's
not
athletic.
big enough, bro.
He's not.
big enough.
Yeah,
he doesn't have the
he's
broadness.
athletic.
He doesn't have the shoulders. He doesn't have the length. The tall.
Yeah.
He's still, as a man, he still looks like a teenager.
He looks like that's what I said. That's what I said. I said he still looks like a teenager to me. He doesn't look like. I'm always going to see this dude as Spider-Man because he's got that baby face, man.
Baby face.
I mean, it's just he doesn't have that rugged, what they call that rugged masculinity. So there it is.
Yeah, real quick, Joker threw in an interesting comment here. It says, I'm not too knowledgeable of Bond, but there's a book called Silverfin, not written by Ian Fleming, that's with Bond as a 13-year-old.
Really?
I think he meant it is written by Ian Fleming. I'm not too sure. But yeah, apparently
Ian
there's
Fleming,
a book called Silverfin featuring a 13-year-old Bond. Interesting.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
A lot of people ain't taking Tom Holland seriously. They ain't gonna take Tom Holland seriously.
That's what I'm saying. If that's real, man, they're gonna be like, what?
Yeah. And the sad thing is I think Tom Holland gets miscast in quite a bit. I think they did a good job casting him as Spider-Man, but what really threw me off was when they casted him as Nathan Drake in the Uncharted movie. When that happened, I'm like, yeah, this movie's gonna suck, and I was right about that. Because, and you know who actually did do a great Nathan Drake? I don't know if you guys have ever seen the short film that was on YouTube. And Nathan Drake was actually played by Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion did a short film where he plays Nathan Drake online, and it was actually really well done. Check that. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out on YouTube, guys. But yeah, Tom Holland doesn't do it for me.